What's up, it's your boy DaVerseOfficial back again with another video, and in this video it's going to be a little bit of everything as usual, but yeah, gonna try to see what I can get into today. Beautiful day, Dallas, Texas. The weather is just right finally. It's either too hot or either too cold out here, so if you're planning on moving to Texas or Dallas, be prepared for bipolar weather. But let's get into the video. So yeah, beautiful summer day out here in Dallas, Texas. Thoughts on the Ram truck? Everybody's asked me. Nothing but greatness on this one. One minor hiccup though with the Hurricane engine. Out of nowhere, it overheated on my way to work. And then after, I think when I got off, left, it sorted itself out. But I get an oil change in about a week. I'm gonna have them take a look at that. But yeah, the audio in here, perfect. Especially with upgrading the speakers, like in my other video that I had shot. I showed you guys, basically what I installed inside of here. Yeah, and then I messed with the EQ settings. That changed it a whole lot more. Most of the time I keep it on like 3 for the bass, 4 for the mids, and like 5 for the highs, but I did 6, 7, and 5. So 6 on the bass, 7 on the mids, and 5 on the high with that speaker setup. Perfect. So if you guys have that, try those settings in your Ram truck. If you have the premium with all the speakers, but a 6 speaker setup, it might be a little bit different. It just depends. But yeah, I'll see what I can get into on this beautiful day, Sunday. Like I said, you can tell Texas bipolar weather, but I'm sitting in the truck. It's not even on. AC's not on, and I'm not sweating any bullets. Hair curls are banging. No, I'm just joking, they're not banging. They're kind of nappy right now, but let's get into the video. Finally got a chance to wash the truck. It's been way too long. Unrecognizable, honestly. So dirty before. But now, finally washed and clean. Of course, overnight, got tree dust after being washed. Already dirt back on it from the tree. I want to start driving, hopefully it just knocks it off. Side note, Amazon package came. Now, if you guys do happen to have a vehicle that you want to go ahead and have wireless charge inside of, I'll leave a link in the description for everything that I purchased. I had a wireless charger inside of there, which is what I'm implementing right now. And this is the best one by far. So whether you have a Magsafe, Apple, Android, whatever phone that you have, as long as it has Magsafe, or if you have an Android and you have a Magsafe type of case on there, this will work with it because I have an Android myself. Yep, and it has the Magsafe on the back. So yeah, this will work on it. What will happen is you'll get this inside of the box. Of course, this is mine that I'm using to implement what I'm about to invent on here. It comes with this one. So on my truck's dashboard, it has to be on the top. Only thing I didn't like about having this installed on there is with this Texas heat, it's so hot. The double-sided sticky tape that I had installed on there, I put on my own double-sided sticky tape, and the heat just, it's supposed to activate double-sided sticky tape better, but because it's so hot, 100 something degrees inside the truck, when it's in direct sunlight, the adhesive started coming up. And what happens is with this being flat on the dashboard, this is only able to, with this hardware right here on there, it's only able to have the phone kind of in this position. Trying to push it down more will cause this to lift up. Now, depending on the surface that you're using to mount this, if it's sitting like this on your dashboard, you're perfectly fine, where you'll be able to have the full angle and tilt that you need wherever you need your phone facing. But if it's on a flat surface like this, the furthest you'll be able to get is about here, and your phone will be kind of facing up. So if you would rather your phone to be facing down or higher up or more tilt, you know, to the left or right, you're not able to do that as much. And then I kind of got tired of me having a brand new truck, having double-sided sticky tape on there. I don't like the surfaces of my stuff messed up and the sticky gooiness of having to clean it off. And the only thing that will get double-sided sticky tape off of your surface, if it is melted like that, is 91% alcohol. Any other alcohol, you're going to be sitting there scrubbing forever. But anything that's 91% or more, I don't even know if there is more, but if there is, great, get it. 91% alcohol. Take a paper towel, wipe it off, and it may take some scrubbing, but it will get all of that sticky residue off. Trying to take your fingers and scraping your surface of your dashboard, you might not want those scratches on there. So that's just a little tip that I have for you guys, and it will have your surface perfectly clean, and you'll see it comes off like butter. Just takes a little hard work with it. But anyways, I'm going to be still using this, ditching this. You're gonna need this. Now, I've been looking at reviews and everything, and this ProClip right here, let me move this to the side. So when you buy the ProClip, I'll leave the link for this in the description as well, but dependent on your vehicle, it's vehicle specific. For mine, I have a 2025 Ram 1500. Of course, you're not gonna be able to find it for 2025. So the one that I believe it's like a 19 to 2023, all of them are the same. This will work for your vehicle. It will come looking just like this by ProClip if it gets clear. And it looks just like this. Now, all it's gonna come with, it's for the time of date of me publishing this video, it's 44 and some change. So I spent like 45 or whatever. It comes with just this and this gap opener tool. So it basically goes behind the dash. I'll show you guys once I get out there, but just want to give a brief, you know, overview of it. This will go behind the dash or where your radio is at, and this will clip on there. Now, it, like I said, it just comes with these two things. Then you can go ahead and order your attachment, whether it be a Magsafe holder. I wanted to not buy the Magsafe one that I seen on there because I already have one. It's just implementing it. The hardware is a little bit different. On theirs, it comes like this, but instead of this hole, it comes with this nub facing it. So it's basically like this. And then on their attachment, it attaches to a hole on there. I didn't want to use that. I didn't want to spend $70, $80 something for another Magsafe one when I already have a charger. So I went ahead and did some more research and found this on here. I'll leave this link in the description as well for you guys. I didn't go ahead and go with the black plastic one just because if something happens, it scratches or deteriorates. So of course, went ahead with this metal one. And the good thing about this is if something happens with this, you can just replace it and buy a new one, which you don't even have to because this comes with a lifetime warranty. So yeah, it even says it on there whenever you guys do go ahead and purchase that. So yeah, I went ahead and researched and I did the measurements because whenever you do purchase this, these come in different size ball adapters for like Garmin's and everything like that. So I went ahead and measured this one to the best of my knowledge, and I was like, if it doesn't fit, I'll just send it back to Amazon. But luckily, by the grace of God, I got blessed with being correct with my calculations, being a nerd and all. It's a great thing. But these holes line up perfectly. If that's y'all main question, I'm not going to spend that much money on this ProClip, and it's not going to line up and all that. Let me just show you right now because I was skeptical as well of YouTuber videos that I've seen and searching. The holes not lining up, but if you get this specific one, with this specific charger, and no, I'm not sponsored by any of this, I'm just letting you guys know it works, and I'm just trying to save y'all some money, about $80 to $100. Buy this. Okay, listen to me. Buy this, or purchase this, should I say. Purchase this exact one. Will last you forever, and it comes with a lifetime warranty. This was only $12. I'd much rather spend $12 than $69 for one of these that attaches to that. And then the bad thing about it, let me show you guys the holes. Okay, look, just so you guys know, the holes do line. I got it on there. So see, it's real loose right now. As I tighten this up right here, a little nut. I'll do this with the other hand. Tighten it up. Now it's tighter. So depending on how tight you make that. So once this is on here, I'll show you guys the setup once I get it installed, but it will basically be like this. And you can pivot this however far. So you have a lot of room now because it's a straight bar. Whereas this one that it comes with, you're kind of limited because you have this side anchor. So when it gets to here, it's gonna stop. That's why your phone is kind of angled up like so, instead of being able to go flush flat down. So this is the hardware I used right here. I used these, not self-tapping screws, but just some screws that I had from Home Depot, and little washers that I purchased as well. And it's all blurry, but this is what they look like. Just put the washers on there because this is metal base. It's not a plastic base, so it's a metal base. And we're gonna go ahead and install that on here now. Finish putting these screws on here real quick. So once it's all said and done, it looks like this. Once the screws are installed, they barely came out the back, just like this, but you're not able to see that once it's mounted on here. And I'll go ahead and mount this on here now. So I didn't even read the instructions. I'm just gonna go based on common knowledge. So I guess take your gap opener tool, put this inside of there. My truck is still new and I'm doing this with one hand while trying to record. So all right, got the gap opener tool inside of there just to give us enough gap to get this part. Let's see if I can go behind the steering wheel. Just to give us enough to get this part in there. The lip. All right, the lip is inside of there. See if I get this bottom part in there. All right. It's literally easy. Once you put this gap opener tool inside of there, move this over here. Once the gap opener tool is inside of there, that little back part that has the hook arm just hooks back inside of there. You can take your gap opener tool back off, and then this part right here will literally just go over the AC vent right here. All right, I have it installed. One note, no lie, me trying to record this and do this with one hand was not working. So yes, if you're not recording, of course you're not. It is easier. It still takes some tugging to be able to put this on here, but that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It takes a little strength to put this over this lip on here, and that's what lets you know this isn't going anywhere. Like, it's not literally, it's not moving at all. This is crazy. So that lets me know that my phone is gonna be sturdy up here. Any bumps or anything like that, like I literally can smack, like it's not going anywhere, and you can hear it. But yeah, this is locked in. So gonna go ahead and put this hardware on from the charger that I left the link in the description. Take this piece right here, make sure it's the rounded part is on the back, put that there. Then take your charger. You're gonna lock that on the ball and put this angle. Lock that on there. Go ahead and screw this on like so. And once that's on there, I have the charger port facing down. Of course, it's gonna look just like this. And you tighten it just enough to where you can still rotate it around, not too tight unless you're gonna have it in a fixed position. But I have mine right here. Tighten it a little more. Then I'll go ahead and put my phone on there. It's not plugged up to the charger, but just to let you guys know the orientation of what it looks like. It's a lot cleaner. I know there's other ones that they've had where you can go ahead and install up here, but the one thing that I didn't like with those is that it's basically like this, and your phone magnet charge would be, or your mount would be on the edge of here. One thing I didn't like is if something happened that it got loose, it would be scratching this whole part, and I'm OCD about my things. So I didn't want it to bobble, and then on top of that, I didn't want this in my view. You know, I didn't want to be looking at the dash and trying to look around my phone at traffic. That's why I wanted something that was just down low, and this is what it looks like when it's on, just like that. Now I could bring it a little lower or higher if I wanted to, but this is perfect. While I'm driving, it's almost lined up to here, but like I said, I can bring this down probably a little bit more if I chose to, or you can bring it up. It's all preference. But yeah, so like I said, the cord that it comes with, it's a different cord than this one. It looks, well, it looks identical to this one, but this is just an Android cord right here. But literally, if anything happens to them, just goes right here. I'll probably tuck it away because I have a wireless charge already that comes with the truck. I also have USB-Cs and USB cords there. I just use this one because it's up here. So I'll probably route this cable behind here. Not this cable, but the one that I was talking about. Plug it up inside of there, but let's just see how it works with me just plugging it so you guys can get an example. And it plugs up. Just like that. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and click on all the links that I'll leave in the description and purchase it. It is well worth it. And if you want to implement this and save yourself like almost $100 after taxes and other pieces that you need, just get this. Get, if I can show it, this adapter plate right here, and get the ProClip. That's all you need. And if anything happens that you want to take this clip with you, literally just pull this off, pull that out.
It's the anthem. If I give you my word, that's what I stand on. Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on.